Hi, so today we're in Real Studio and I'm going to talk about pattern fills. What I mean by pattern fills, I'll take an image object such as this transparent background / checkerboard. Sorry for the email alert thing. These darn devices. And then we have a 32 by 32 size transparent. So we're going to actually just use these image files. Another tool that I use is called LiveCode, and it does pattern fills by its property value inspector. And some of the people that I know that use both LiveCode and now are starting to use a little bit of Real Studio are like, you can't do pattern fills. So I'm going to show you really simply how you can do a pattern fill in Real Studio. So we'll get to our window, and what we want to grab is the canvas object. Since we were going to do sort of that transparent background type look, I'm going to just drag this onto partially the window here. And let's see if we can find my guide. Okay, it's about 20 up, and I'm going to have about a 40 pixel up bottom bar there, which I have called a declare for. So let me just lock this in place, and then we also want to make it so the position stretches. Okay, and erase background looks fine. So basically what we want to do is put all our code for this into the paint event of the canvas. So we are in the paint event here. Maybe we should name our canvas something. Let's go back to our main window. I like to use a certain thing here. Let's call it BG since it's our background. Okay, and I'll go back to our paint event here, down here. And because we're going to be on a Mac here, and Mac nowadays has it has a high resolution and low resolution screen. We've made this declare, and this is based off of a Real Studio blog entry about how to get the information if you're on a Retina display or not on a Retina display. So we're going to take this same declare function here, and we're going to add that to our canvas in our paint event. So first of all, let's do that. So we'll say, and maybe while we're here, let's make this a little bit bigger so you all can see. Yeah, it's kind of large. So I called it Retina support. So I'll tell you in a second what this all means. Okay, so if it's greater than 1, this Retina support function is greater than 1, that means that we are definitely at 2x, so we have to go to the Retina based graphics. Otherwise, I'm going to say 1x, that's our standard res, and maybe what we'll do here is put high res, so we know what to support. Okay, so we're going to take this transparent image that you see here, which is 16 by 16, and we're going to take transparent 2. Let me go back into here. So the best way to get this is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back into here, and so the name of this file for that will be that, and the name for the file, and this will be this. Okay, so let's start off by first declaring our left and right, or X and Y axis. So we're going to get an integer value for that. So let's just declare it outside the if statement, and let's just use something like A, B as integers. And Then what we need to do is do a repeat loop. So we'll say for A equals 0 to me meaning the canvas, that width plus 1, and then we're going to use something called step. And because we are 32 pixels by 32 pixels, we're going to step 32 pixels. And then we're going to do the same thing again for the other integer value. So for B equals 0 to me dot, and this time we're going to do height. And then we're going to do plus 1, and then again step 32. And as you know, we have to put next to close the loops. And then right here between our loop statement, we're just going to do G dot draw picture. And all we need to do is grab our picture name, which is called transparent 2x. And then we need to add A and B. And that will draw our high resolution image. And then we can basically copy the same code down here, but because this one here is 16 pixels, we have to change the step to 16 and this step to 16. And because our image file name is not 2x, it's just transparent, this will draw the transparent. Now, another thing I want to do though is I want to also draw a border around the canvas, so it gives kind of a feel that there's a border around it. So we just go to, again, our graphics call. So G for graphics, we're going to do a 4-color. And I like to do 4 colors in RGB because a lot of the other tools that I use RGB. So let's use 4 values for red, green, blue, and alpha. And we also will have to do a pen height, which is the line size. So, oops, tab that out. And let's do, say, 5. And then let's draw a rectangle. So we'll do a draw rect. And we'll just put, and this is, you know, a rect. The values I'm putting in there are your top, left, right, bottom, in a specific order, of course. So I'm going to start at 0, 0. Left and top is going to be 0, 0. And then we can just add stuff like me.width and me.height. And that should do it. So that looks like it should work. So let's see if that runs. And sure enough, so there's our pattern fill. And as you see, as we move around, it resizes all perfect.